All right, we are live. Good morning, Real Closers. Good morning. Back every Monday, Power Hour with Gustavo from Power ISA. And today we're actually going to talk about something that we've talked about before as to how you can get business from Facebook, but overall, what are the challenges that we face with Facebook as a platform?
Yeah,
Gustavo,
100%.
what are the challenges that you want to talk about today? Ooh, is that you or me?
No, I think I'm okay. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
No, I hear a ring. I
Oh,
think that's me.
yeah, I'm fine. I don't hear anything.
You don't hear? All right, let's go then.
Okay, cool. There you go. All right, so jumping into it. So, thanks, Roberto. And I think, the Facebook is a platform, and there's a lot of things to be said about Facebook, about Meta, the company that runs Facebook and Instagram and all these other tools. There's a lot of pros, a lot of cons. The biggest challenge that I see with people on these platforms is that they might misunderstand the strengths and weaknesses and the purpose of this platform. Okay, because one of the things you should understand about Facebook is that it is completely different than the Facebook of 10 years ago, right? Maybe even I'd say even 5 years ago. It's a very different platform. One of the things you have to understand is this concept of organic reach, the concept of organic reach, and then of the paid reach. Let's call it that, right? Like ads. That's ads. And back in the day, Facebook was 100% organic reach. And it had really amazing organic reach. And some of the best ways to get organic reach on Facebook back in the day was through fan pages, business pages, right? Like what we know now as business pages. That was an amazing way to do it. And if you created a really awesome fan page, 10 years ago, there's a very low likelihood that it's still working right now just based on organic reach because the platform changed. And the thing that changed Facebook was ads, okay? So understand that concept. You could create a fan page on Facebook a decade ago and reach people that weren't in your friends list, okay? People that did not know you were not in your list of friends, all right? So that was a big change because Facebook said, hey, want to make a ton of money, and to reach people outside your immediate sphere, you have to pay for these ads, okay? People, if you want to reach people you don't know you, organic reach is not going to cut anymore. We're going to funnel all this money, all this effort into ads. And they made an amazing ad product. It became, they're still making money, hand over fist. It's amazing, great. But there's still people, Roberto, right now that ask this question. I see this question on the forum. I've seen it real closers. Hey, should I focus my posting on social media, on Facebook, on my business page or on my personal profile? And that question, it makes no sense anymore. That's a nonsensical question at this point, right? In 2023, makes no sense because the business page is for ads. The business page is for ads, and it's amazing at putting your ad in front of people, under the special ads category, of course, 15-mile radius, all that fun stuff. But it is still amazing at doing that, and you can get an ad up and running. You can get leads from Facebook, from ads within 24 hours. The leads are coming in within 24 hours. Okay, I think people need to kind of understand that. But that doesn't mean that Facebook organic reach is dead. No, it means that it's limited to the people that are in that friends list, or, and there's a big or, people that are in Facebook groups like this. Okay, because I don't know if you saw this, Roberto, you felt this. I felt a big change over the last 2 years, 24 months, right? Where Facebook really favors content coming from your personal profile. I really felt it post-pandemic, right? They wanted you to see people organic content from people that they're in your friends list and from high engagement Facebook groups, okay? And then later on, I saw an explanation. Yeah, Roberto.
And to add to that, they were even paying personal accounts that were creating content to continue to push content, specifically video content as shorts like Reels, Facebook Reels, when they added Reels into Facebook. I was one of them. I was getting a few bucks here and there, from content that I was getting paid.
There you go.
It was just a free offer.
Yeah, it was great. They wanted to get people in there. And I think, one of the things that changed was the competition, right? And that's what the competitive landscape changed for Facebook. And Facebook and Instagram, same thing. For all its faults, what it is really good at is seeing what its competitors doing well and copying it, coming up with their own version of it, because they've got the brand, the user base, they've got everything, right? So they just have to kind of nail that. So a lot of things have changed. One thing that is still really, really good on Facebook for organic reach is Reels. I think that's probably the exception, Roberto. That's the exception. But you got to understand that, right? I've put out Reels. I went hardcore into Reels about 60 days ago, right? 60 days, a couple months, and I'm posting 2 reels a day across my Facebook groups and my profile and everything. So, and some of my reels get a couple hundred views, 100, 150, 200. Some of them get 4,000 views. Okay, I only have 5,000 friends. Those views did not come from my 5,000 friends. It just didn't. It's not possible, right? It came from a broader audience that likes that content. 2,000 views, 4,000 views. I haven't gone viral. I consider viral at this day and age maybe over 100,000 views. I haven't gotten anything like that, right? But the organic reach through Reels is off the charts compared to everything else on Facebook. And that's a moment in time. At some point, that's going to change. But you've got to understand what type of content the algorithm likes. It likes live content. I go live on Facebook almost every single day. Almost every single day, I go live on Facebook because I know people are going to watch that. Because I know it's part of the video content the platform wants. I post Reels. Multiple reels every single day because I know the platform likes that. I know it's going to show my reels to a lot of people without paying for ads, right? It's very different. And I have a high engagement Facebook group, just like Real Closers. I have, well, a mini, 5% of Real Closers is my Facebook group, so a smaller version of Real Closers, where I've got my target audience, and the only people that get in are people that I want to market to, right? That are in my audience, but I don't sell stuff to them in that group. I educate, teach them, add value in that group, right? And that's what I try to do. By the way, that's what I try to do here in Real Closers too. I want to help people out and actually teach them something, show them what's working, what's not working, because that's how I, engage with my audience, right? So, and it lends itself to higher engagement. Yeah, I could be selling all day, every day, right? I could be posting offers and discount codes and promos and all these things all day, every day. The engagement on that would probably tend to be, at one point, would trend to zero. The engagement on that organic content, because no one wants to see that. No one cares about that, right? But you've got to understand the challenge that is this platform, because depending on what you post is the potential outcome you can get, okay? Depending on what you post. And you got to be smart about that. When an agent asks me, right, because they see that I'm all over the place. I get this comment. I even have haters now, Roberto. I don't know if you know this, right? Oh, this guy again. All I see is his videos everywhere. Like, well, that's exactly what I want, right? This is exactly what I want to have happen. It's not ads from me. It's content from me. Some people just, they don't appreciate it. That's fine. That's okay. You don't have to, right? Just click on the show me less of this and you won't see it anymore. Don't worry about it. That's the beauty about these kinds of platforms. I post all this content and they ask me, hey, where should I post? How do I get to where you're at? Number one, it takes time. I started posting content. I started taking content seriously on Facebook only 3 years ago, about 3.5 years ago, pre-pandemic, slightly before the pandemic, and then all in after the pandemic, once it started, right? I went, well, there was not much else I could do. I couldn't go to my in-person call center anymore. I was in my office. Well, I might as well just post a bunch of content. I think that was a game changer for me personally. But I tell folks, your personal profile, that's it. That's it. Use your personal profile. Make sure you can max out those 5,000 friends, because that's your immediate audience. That's your organic audience, your organic reach audience, and go to town on that. When it comes to Facebook, when it comes to Instagram, a little bit of a different world, right? You want to follow a bunch of people. And again, you want to go live. You want to post content about what you're doing. It's not just about houses, folks. Ads are great at houses. Your organic content can be more than that. It can be home tours. It can be your insights. It can be your advice. That stuff, helping people out. Be real on social media. Be real on that, right? People don't always want to see the polished, really nice looking video. They want to know what you're struggling with, what you're dealing with, right? What are the biggest issues you're finding in your business, in the marketplace? What are some reasons the deal fell through? You're sure that frustration. That content does really, really well on Facebook and Instagram, right? And, another day we'll talk about TikTok, Roberto. Let's put that on the list, like the challenge that is TikTok. I'd love to talk about that because I've been educating myself on TikTok over the last 60, 90 days because it's such a fascinating platform for me, right? But, that's a topic for another week. But when it comes to Facebook, understand that it starts right now as an agent. If you're listening to this, it starts and ends with your personal profile, like period, in the story. Focus on that. Post content to that. Okay. And you don't have to be like Gus where he put, I have a team that helps you do this, by the way. I'm not posting constantly, graphics to my webinars and my event and this, and I don't do all of those things. I oversee all of those things. Like all those things have my personal touch in them, but I'm not in there posting all day, every day, right? But that's useful. Don't confuse that. I don't do it myself versus that's not valuable. It's super valuable, super useful, because I want to squeeze every single ounce of organic reach out of this platform. Every single ounce. If there's something to be had, I want it, right? And the platform says you got to pay the toll. If you want the free attention, the organic reach attention, if you want that, the sweet organic reach, you've got to post. Yeah, I'm a digital creator. I have a professional profile on Facebook now, and you got to feed the algorithm content. That's what it wants. That you pay the toll, you pay the dues, and it will spread that content at the very least among your friends and people you know. But if you use tools like Facebook groups, like Reels effectively, it'll show the people that aren't your friends, right? And that is much harder to do now than it was only a few years ago. If you contrast that to a tool like TikTok, it's completely the other way, the opposite, which I think is interesting, right? Social media networks and they're not all the same, right? They're not all the same. YouTube, I mean, I don't know if you consider YouTube a social network or not. You know, you can make your profile there, you can follow people on there, but it is inherently interest-based, right? It is search-based, topic-based. That's what YouTube is. Facebook is a social graph. It's relationship-based. LinkedIn, it's relationship-based on connections, but then it kind of infers like other people you should be connected to. TikTok is 100% interest-based. TikTok, that's why it's so powerful. Because you don't have to be friends with anyone on TikTok, right? To get a bunch of content fed to you. But Facebook is different, okay? You got to understand. Don't hate the player, you know, hate the game, right? Those are the rules. Don't complain about the game if you know the rules. So know the rules, understand the rules, and understand what Facebook does really, really well. Facebook, and I'll loop Instagram into this, should be your primary way to market to your sphere on social media. I feel it should be the primary way to market to your sphere, friends, family, coworkers, people that know you. It should be your primary tool for that. It is for me, right? You should use it for that. And you can use tools like TikTok, and we'll talk about this on the next one, right? You can use tools like TikTok to reach everybody else, right? Something that would cost you a ton of money on Facebook, by the way, like way more money. You can do it on TikTok for free, even now. It would have been better 2 years ago. Still works right now. It still works right now. So anyways, Roberto, that's me. That's my take on the challenge that is Facebook and people understanding what it is, how it works, so they can use it to the benefit of their business.
You know, agents ask all the time, right? How can I get leads from social media platforms like Facebook or Instagram? And Facebook, you can either pay, which you have to invest money, or you can do it organically, but you do have to invest time, right? So if you have time, take advantage of that. Build your brand. It's not going to be easy. You're not going to see the results right away. It may take a little bit of time before things start to pick up. Don't look at views. Don't look at likes. Just let it happen, you know, and like 100%. Gustavo mentioned, be authentic. Put yourself out there, because at the end of the day, people want to work with you, not with an image that you're creating through like perfect videos. Go live, go live on stories, tell your own story. Those are the things that are going to set you apart from other agents. And at the same time, people are going to flock to you. And within like 2-3 months, you're going to start see people reaching out. Hey, what's up? I saw your video about, you know, the steps to buying a home. I saw your video about listing a property. I saw the challenges that you went through with this other seller. I'm in the same boat. Can you help? Right? You got to build that brand slowly, and you're going to get those results. But you have to put in the time. You have to pay the toll. You have to feed the algorithm, and you have to feed your audience.
It's hungry, man. It is hungry. An insatiable appetite for new content and content that gets engagement. It'll take as much as you can create. And Roberto, I love that you mentioned those two things. You can pay for leads on social media, and you'll get leads within 24 hours. You'll get them, right? So, you know, maybe $5 a lead, maybe $10 a lead, maybe $20, depending where you are and what kind of ad you're running. You'll get ads within 24 hours on Facebook. Organic takes longer. But, you know, Roberto, I want to really stress this point. It's not either or. It's not either or. I see the agents that are doing the best on social media do both, actually.
Exactly.
Do both. And they're paying for those ads. They're paying for people to come into their sphere, and they've got active profiles, personal profiles. They have Facebook groups that they use to nurture these leads, to add content. You put all these leads in a little fishbowl, and you don't have to put 50 hooks in that fishbowl. You don't actually. You got to put one, right? And it can be very now and then. It doesn't have to be a constant. It can be a Facebook dedicated to your local community events. We've talked about this before in other sessions, family events, pet events, community events, all these different events you can do. You can have a Facebook group about anything, right? But you own that group, and you can drop a little hook from here and there every now and then, right? In that group, because the purpose of the group is not for you to give it offers. You happen to give offers to a very valuable group that's valuable regardless of what you offer them, right? So it's both, actually. You want the best results from these platforms. This goes for Instagram and Facebook. It's not just the ads. If you really want to get max out, do both things. Engage with the platform, figure out what it takes to be native to the platform, and go to town on it. And I think TikTok's a really interesting discussion, one that I've been getting educated on the last 90 days. And I had not talked much about it on TikTok, but I think I'm ready to start to share some of the insights that I've seen from both posting on TikTok the last 3 months and talking. One of the best things I've done on TikTok, Roberto, is meet other agents that are killing it on the platform, that are just destroying it, right? And some of them started at the end of 2021, a great time to jump on. Some of them started last year, some of them started this year, okay? So, I mean, it doesn't matter, right? I mean, and to varying degrees of success, some of them have closed 6 deals from it. One agent closed 200 deals a year from it, okay? Sorry, loan officer. So it's a little bit of a different process, but 200 loans closed only from TikTok, okay? So I'm not talking about, this might be able to help your business a little bit. This can change your business if you do this properly, right? So we'll be talking about TikTok on the next session.
For sure, for sure. Thank you, Gustavo. And guys, if you guys have comments about Facebook, TikTok, I actually have a free training. It's a challenge. It's 100 leads in 5 days. It's a quick video. It gives you the step-by-step instructions that you can do over a week to get leads to come in. It's a little bit more intentional that building your brand, but if you guys want it, just comment below and we'll get it for you. Next week we'll be back, and every Monday providing you more value. If you guys like this content, comment, share. It helps the algorithm push this content to more members in the group. All right, guys, have a good one. Thanks, Gustavo. See you next Monday.
Bye.